Hello there, welcome to Mindset Talk with me, your host Jabu Zwani. Mindset Talk is a podcast that is based on a framework that I have developed that is called Mindset Solutions Framework. Our Mindset Solutions Framework helps people to understand what are mindsets, how do they form in us, and what is the function of mindsets in our lives, and how do you create the type of mindsets that you need to create the life that you want to live. Yesterday I mentioned how much negativity there is in the media that we consume and the impact that it has on our thinking. And I want you to think of it this way. Imagine, you're trying to build something. You're trying to build your thinking. And 60-70% of the material that is building your thinking is negative. What that basically means is that you are only able to process or only able to respond with 30% to whatever else is not negative. So let's say that 30% of what's coming into your mind is positive. It basically means that you only have a 30% capacity to respond to positive things and to respond positively. It's important to note that. Not only do you respond to positive things, but also you respond positively. The thing about negative mindsets and negative thoughts that are coming at us from various sources of media, social media, you name it, the news that we're hearing, the television shows that we're watching all the time, what we're hearing from our own friends and family, and talking about that, you know what, really do the best you can to stay away from people who are toxic, who are negative, who just can never see the light of day in anything, especially when you're sharing important things about your own life. They always find a way to caution you. They always find a way to tell you how it's not going to work out. They always have some conceited, underhanded advice to put some idea in your mind that it's not as great as you think it is, and you must tone it down on the positive energy a little bit. Those kind of people mark and avoid in your life. Now, what I want to say is this about negative thoughts. If it is true that these thoughts that are coming into our mind are being arranged by our minds in categories, and these categories are helping us to think and how to process thoughts that are coming into our minds, and on the process goes, it means that we are postured. And I want to explain that word, postured. We're postured, we're positioned in our thinking to process negativity better than we do positivity. And also, even if positive thoughts, or even when positive thoughts come into our minds, because we are postured to process negative things and to process negatively, our method and our way of processing is negative. It means that when positive information comes into your thinking, it falls into this negative posture, and the negative posture finds a way to convert the positive message into a negative one. A simple example is this. Somebody says to you, you know what, you're so smart, man. You can be able to do this. Now, because you are constantly receiving information that tells you about your inabilities and how you're not being able to, how you can't achieve certain things, the first thing you say, not me, man. You know, I mean, I know I can't do that, you know. Another example is this. You know that you want to change some things in your life, and you need it, and you want it, and you desire it with every fiber of your being. But when you think about the process that you have to go through, or when you think about the steps that you need to take, you start talking yourself out of doing the necessary steps and taking the necessary steps and learning the necessary skills and information to change whatever you need to change in your life. That basically means that your mindset is postured. It is positioned to process negative things, but also to process information negatively. And this is one of the reasons why that when somebody comes and motivates you and they inspire you to do certain things, and you go and you sign up for that new course, and you go and you sign up for that new group that is going to help you, somewhere down the line you just stop. Now, I was thinking about this, and one of the things that I do is that I'm a Bible college teacher, and we offer, through our ministry, we offer free Bible college courses. And I specifically teach on biblical leading, and I also do biblical leadership and another content that I cover. I'm sorry about that. is very much is apologetic, the defense of the gospel and presenting my faith as a Christian with facts and with scientific facts and also with biological, psychological facts, which is part of the inspiration behind even this whole mindset talk, is because when I looked at the Bible, I realized that more than 70-80% of the Bible has got nothing to do with history or even how the world was formed, but a lot of the context is very much around thinking. From the very beginning, everything went wrong with human beings thinking. But anyway, I don't want to make this some kind of evangelical audio. But what I do want to bring out is this. With this free Bible college, you start off maybe with 20 students. I'm actually being a little bit ambitious here. So you're starting off with 15 students, but it's always amazing to me that on the 10th or on the 12th week, there's about half of the class that's remaining. And these are the people that at the beginning of the course were so excited about starting and learning new things, and they were in the first classes and they enjoyed what was being taught, and they thought it has got such great value for their own lives. And they swore, some of them making these swearing statements to me at the end of the class to say, you know what, I'm here, I want this, and I'm going to get it done. But lo and behold, semester after semester, now in trimester after trimester, at the end of the class, there is less than half. Normally 50% of the students remain. It makes you think, doesn't it? Why is it that we find ourselves stopping to do the things that we know are very good for us? Why is it that even though we have every desire, pure and sincere, and we go through the ends of the world to swear that we're going to see it through, we just don't find it? I mention it again. It's a negative posture of your mindset. You are negatively postured. And if you're going to change your life and be able to respond more positively and be positively postured, you are going to have to go through a process that I called reposturing. Now, reposturing is a method that I use in the Mindset Solutions framework to help you to posture your mind in such a way that you operate more in your positive thinking and in your positive posture. Now, not everything that we're receiving on a daily basis or throughout the day is negative. There are some positive things, and we all want positive things to happen in our lives. So there is a lot of positivity still remaining. Whether it's 30% or 40% or 10%, it doesn't matter. Depending on what environment you're from. The fact of the matter is that there's still a portion in your mind. There is still an ability within you to posture your mind in such a way that you can process things positively and be more responsive to positive things. Positive thinking is not enough to get you out. Positive thinking is not enough to get you out. You need to fill your mind with more positive things to think positively about. You need to fill your mind with more positive categories of thinking, and these positive categories of thinking give you content that you can think positively on or positively about. So to just say, I'm just think positive, let's be positive. Positive about what exactly? How can you be positive about all the negativity that's in your mind already? At some point, those well-developed categorical structures that are negative will override whatever positive motivation you may have in your life. So you need to then fill your mind with positive thoughts, structured in a way to help you to think positively, so that when you exercise the positive thinking exercise, you are thinking on real thoughts that can have a real impact of change in your life. If you're going to go to gym, you need to know a lot more about nutrition. You need to know about the benefits of nutrition. You need to know about the benefits of nutrition and exercise. You need to surround yourself about people that have gone through that and that have lived that reality. You need to watch and surround and put yourself in spaces where that life can be brought it can be part of your experience, where you can experience that life, and that begins to impact your thinking that begins to deposit more positive thoughts in your category, and then your mind begins to become more postured. Part of reposturing your thinking is that you got to be aware that you are primarily postured to process things negatively. Therefore, by being aware of that and by making a conscious decision to neglect or to reject or to abandon that negative posture and assuming a positive posture where you're seeing the possibilities of the positive things that are coming into your thinking, is a great place to start. Identify, be aware, acknowledge the fact that more likely you are negatively postured to think about things. Be aware of that, reject it. Now, go into a place where you're realizing I need to now think positively about what is coming in. So if somebody tells me you can do it, you say, yes, I can do it. It's going to be difficult, but how can I do it? It's going to be difficult, but where can I get help? It's going to be difficult, but who can be able to help me? It's going to be difficult, but what can I do to help myself and to save myself against myself? Protect yourself against yourself, How can you do that? So you begin to ask the right questions, and then your mind is open then to the correct answers. So if you're saying the wrong statements, then your mind goes into the wrong path of thinking. But if you begin to ask yourself the right questions, opening yourself up to answers that will bring you solutions versus closed statements that lock you into defeat and into non-productivity, non-fruitfulness, no outcome, that kind of thinking, then you're already down the wrong path. So this is reposturing. There's a lot that I can be able to say about this, but I'd like to keep our podcast nice and short. If you want to know more about that, you can contact me. My name is Jabuzwani from Mindset Talk. And again, it's a podcast that is based on Mindset Solutions Framework, which I've developed over the years, based on my years as a counselor, as a pastor, and as a manager, as a sales manager, as coach, as being involved so intently and so deeply into people development. I came up with this Mindset Solutions Framework, and also it was a way of getting myself out of some situations in my own life that were not very productive. Mindset Talk at anchor.fm, anchor.fm/mindset-solutions. The show is Mindset Talk. I am on Facebook, Jabuzwani, and I'm also on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram as Jabuzwani Profile. If you just search for my name, Jabuzwani, or Jabulani or Pastor Jabuzwani, you'll be able to locate me. Contact me if there's anything, any mindsets that you'd like me to talk about. And also, if you'd like to make an appointment with me as a mindset coach to help you to just unlock your thinking, and maybe you're feeling stuck in your life right now and you would like to have, find a way out of the dark holes that you found yourself in, or some of the knots of lives that you found yourself in. This is pretty much what I do as a mindset coach. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next time we'll continue on this topic of mindsets. Have a great day.